Iran is accused of trying to kill the Israeli diplomats, not once, but in multiple countries. And now Israel's foreign ministry has dropped a bombshell, revealing that these weren't any isolated threats. They were part of a global assassination network allegedly directed straight from Tehran. Hello and welcome to TimesXP. I am Dhritiyatri, and here is how this stunning revelation really unfolded. Standing at the opening of Israel's new embassy in Estonia, a moment meant to celebrate diplomacy and peace, Foreign Minister Gideon Sa'ar decided to send a very different kind of message. Well, he said that it was recently reported that Iran tried to assassinate our ambassador in Mexico, but let me be clear, that's not only the place that they tried. Those were the exact words that hit like thunder. Because what Sa'ar was suggesting was that Iran's hunt for Israeli diplomats is global, stretching across continents, carried out in silence, and stopped only by intelligence agencies working around the clock. Now let's rewind a little bit. Just days ago, reports emerged of a chilling plot in the Mexico City. According to Israeli and US officials, a man named Hassan Izzadi, he was linked to Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps. He was allegedly behind the plan. His target? Inat Kranz, basically Israel's ambassador to Mexico. The mission, if successful, could have triggered a global diplomatic earthquake between the two continents also. But intelligence services, they intervened in time. The US and Mexican authorities, they actually confirmed the plot that had been contained. No longer a direct threat, still, it felt like a haunting question hanging by the air. How many more plots like this are underway right now? In fact, at this particular event, Sa'ar's tone, it was defiant. Even furious, we can say. He said that from Talon to Tehran, my message is very, very clear. Iran keeps targeting our embassies, our diplomats and our ambassadors, but we will not be deterred. And then came the line that summed up Israel's resolve here. On our contrary, we will keep expanding our ties with the world. It wasn't just defiance, by the way, it was symbolism, because the event where he spoke wasn't just any ceremony that we are talking about. It marked the third new Israeli embassy opened this particular year. Basically, a clear sign that despite Iran's threats, Israel's diplomacy isn't shrinking, it is spreading. But you know what Iran's endgame here is? Well, analysts say that it is part of a broader shadow war. One that rarely makes headlines but never ever stops. For years, Iran and Israel have fought through proxies, cyber attacks, covert missions, but now the battleground seems to be expanding. From the Middle East to Latin America to Europe itself. And what's exactly make the story alarming is this. A senior US official speaking anonymously told the reporters that this is just the latest in the long history of Iran's global lethal targeting. Not just of diplomats, but journalists. In fact, anybody who challenges their power. Well, behind the scenes, sources say that Israel's Mossad and Shin Bet, they have intensified the global coordination with allied agencies from Washington to Warsaw. Dozens of security alerts are set to be active, specifically in the embassies across Africa, Latin America, and Eastern Europe. Every car parked outside an embassy, every unknown visitor to the consulate is now being double-checked, monitored, and logged. Because if those reports are actually true, then Iran is not just watching Israel, it's hunting it.